Hello, and welcome back to Bookshelf of Opinions. We're back.
Yeah!
I'm Elizabeth,
I'm Hannah.
and we're actually back.
Yeah, welcome to our June episode.
Yes, it's our summer segment, so we do one episode per month if you're new here.
And we'll be back full-time in the fall.
We will, and we apologize for taking kind of just a little break that with no announcement.
Yeah, we just...
I mean, if you've been following our social media, you've seen that we've been posting reviews and stuff.
Yeah.
But reading, but
we just needed a little life reset.
Not from each other.
Not from each other. No, we've still seen each other. Just... Anyways, life.
Oh, we're happy to be back. I'm very excited to be back.
Right.
I mean, we'll be back in another month.
I don't know why I did that. I don't know how it's been a month.
Yeah, what have you been listening to in the span of a month?
Okay, so
I just do what you're currently listening
I was like, I'm going to go what I'm currently listening to because I feel like, which reminds me I have to text someone based off of one of the songs.
Okay.
So, it depends on my mood.
Naturally.
So if it's early morning, if I'm in my like more Jesus mood, which I mean, I'm always in my, but you know what I mean of like wanting that calmer. It's been Father's House by, Corey Asbury. Is that Corey Asbury?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Nice.
it's been has been like my little hyperfixation. And then the complete opposite is when I'm like jamming in my car and like just needing vibe I've been very into country music. Red Solo Cup has been my hyperfixation. Like listen to it an unnatural probably amount of times.
It's a great song.
It is a great song. I don't know. I've listened to it at least 7 times today.
It's a fantastic song.
Yeah.
A great summer song.
It really is. That's probably it's summer. My body just knows that this needs to be the song I'm listening to.
Exactly.
What about you? What have you been listening to?
I've been listening to. Okay, I've gotten back into Daisy Jones and the Six.
Oh
So I've been listening
yes.
to a lot of Daisy Jones and the Six, but especially "Let Me Down Easy" and "Two Against Three," which is a slower song, which I like. But okay, so people who know me know I love Jesse McCartney, which by the way, he just had a baby. Just announcing that he's now a dad. But
Anyways.
I love him. Loved him as a child. Anyways, okay, still love him. So he wrote "Bleeding Love." You know who sings that? Something Lewis. Anyways, it's a famous. Okay. Everyone knows what that song is. Okay.
Wait. Leona Lewis.
Yes, Leona Lewis. Okay. He wrote that song, and he sang it at one of those concerts as a cover on Spotify, and his version is so good. If you haven't heard it, I recommend you listening to it because I love it. So I've been listening to a lot of Jesse McCartney. I'm trying to think of what else.
I don't know. I'm saying for you.
Oh, the People We Meet on Vacation soundtrack
came out.
I've been listening to that today.
Okay. What are your thoughts? I've only heard the intro song.
It's real funky, which makes sense because it's Poppy and Alex. You know, they're funky. Yeah, okay. I really.
I haven't actually looked at it at all.
There's a Boy Genius song on there. Let me see if I can find it. I've been listening to that. So that's currently as of today. And
Sorry, now I'm searching it also.
Oh no, you're fine. Maybe I can find it on my computer. The song I'm looking for. Oh, it's Cool About It by Boy Genius. But like I Only Have Eyes for You by the Flamingos, which is so, like good classic song.
Ooh.
So that's what I always imagine when I think about Poppy and Alex. I'm like, apparently there's rumors it might be released in September.
September?
Yeah. So that's what's confusing.
Doesn't feel like enough.
It doesn't feel like enough time, but they finished filming last year.
That doesn't feel like enough marketing. Like they would have already been pushing.
But it's done by Amazon Prime. So that's what I'm wondering.
I feel like they would be pushing it already.
I would too. I don't know. So
because it would be the movie to close out summer is how I would spin it. And so you would start it now. Because
yes.
I mean, I guess if they started it at least by July, they'd have 3 months of promo.
Yeah, but
that just feels really like a quick turnaround. I would rather have it at the start of next summer. I don't know.
Yeah, I would want it in summer or spring, like starting
Or
spring.
spring, like give it next March, April.
Mm-hmm.
Like spring break time.
Oh, so Wicked for Good trailer came out.
Wicked for
What are
Good
our
trailer
thoughts?
came out.
Literally cried because it
Mm-hmm.
started off with No Good D, which if you know me, like, well, I love all of Wicked soundtracks, but
Mm-hmm.
I love No Good D. Like, I remember being 10 and being like, yeah, I'm gonna cast a spell on someone with this song,
I
and
would
then
expect
you
nothing
get
less from you.
a snippet.
What?
That's a
For
huge
good?
compliment. A snippet of For Good.
And with the fact that it's Glinda's part,
Oh, I know.
just that, which I feel
It's
like
like the only friend I
I
had,
had
and I've had
not
so
so
many.
many, but only
I'm the
one.
one that mattered. Gosh, it's really like I cried. I cried thinking about it.
Like when I watched it on my phone, like my sister was like in my face
Mm-hmm.
while I was watching the trailer, and I was like just like processing it, and
Yeah.
like as one does. But then when I saw it in
Yes,
theaters,
when I
like
saw
just
it in
seeing that little
theaters.
glimpse like of the trailer beforehand, I was like, oh, this isn't
Same.
about. It's gonna ruin me. Also, Vera's eyes, different
Mm-hmm.
color.
Well, they are different colors.
Okay, I
We're getting a whole transformation.
I say, I know we get a whole little thing, but I just want to make sure that I was seeing it all correctly and that they were all the new color.
Oh yes.
And
When
that
as long as your mind starts playing, you're gonna have to pry me out of the theaters because like
the good thing is there's still more to be watched, so we won't have to pry you
no,
out until the
like I
credits.
will become insufferable when that song comes on. Like I know. I'm gonna be a
I
pain.
am so ready for it. My favorite thing was my dad. I don't know what he asked me last night. Oh, he was just like, so did they film this all at once? I was like, yeah. And he was like, oh, I might actually watch the second part. Like, I'll watch all of it. He's like, I was like, yeah, you are, Kelly. Yeah, you
And then Summer Return Pretty trailer. Okay,
are. Okay,
what are our thoughts? I feel like I don't know why we got like really
I don't.
serious about it.
So
We haven't talked about what we read, but I feel like we talked
we
about
can
that
get
because there's
into
so
that
much to
later.
cover.
So my thoughts are, I need the red cinematic version, like to be able to listen to where it's not over a trailer.
I love that they chose that song.
It is perfection,
And I'm not an
especially
avid Taylor Swift fan, but I appreciate the symbolism.
especially in comparison to Daylight,
Yes.
and it just all fits into
She's
the
wearing
Taylor
red.
Swift lore
Yes.
of the songs and anyways, and the fact that they're playing over their specific characters. Having read the book and the talk, I'm scared of the direction of how it's going to end.
I'm scared too.
I'm scared they're not going to keep it true to the book,
And I will riot. You might never see me again if that
which
happens.
I can be okay if they don't keep it true to the book as long as it's still good, if that makes sense. I don't know how to like.
I swear to you though, if she's like, I'm gonna choose myself,
I don't want her to choose herself.
I'm
That's
done.
not a good
I'm
ending.
done.
I want her to go back to Cam Cameron before she chooses
Oh yeah.
herself. Cam Cameron doesn't deserve. She doesn't deserve Cam
Oh
Cameron.
no. That
But
baby needs the moon and the stars.
But I would rather that be the ending than her be like, I choose
Me.
me.
I do love Steven and Taylor. Like
Okay,
Taylor
their little
annoys
window when
me.
she's looking down
Yes.
and he's like, ah!
Taylor annoys me, but I love Steven. Like I think he's absolutely
Mhm.
hilarious.
And I think they're good for each other.
Yes, and like I'm so put ready for them, but I'm also like, what is this car accident happening? What is
Mhm.
this? What is this? What's happening here? That's not new. I mean, that is new.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm also curious. Wait, my brain stopped working for a second. Oh, I also just appreciate the fact that the makeup looks better. Like they heard the critiques from season 2. And yeah, I'm just
Conrad looks great.
Conrad looks so good. Belly doesn't look any older to me. Like in
No,
the
she
wedding
doesn't.
when she's like, "You're supposed to be with the person you love," whatever her
And
little thing
that's
is.
it. She's supposed to look young.
I know, but she looks like she's still 16.
Mm-hmm.
But Conrad,
Oh, also,
Connie
Jer-
baby,
Jeremiah looks good. Jeremiah
Jeremiah
with those
grew up
glasses.
good.
I'll just say. Here's my thing though, and okay, we're just gonna get very blood open on this for a moment here.
Go for it.
In the books, it's a whole big deal when Jeremiah, if you haven't read the book, spoiler, when Jeremiah cheats on Belly because Belly and Jeremiah are not having sex, okay?
Mm-hmm.
In the book. Because remember, these books came out when I was in middle school.
These are very YA.
As they should be. And I don't know why I got like really into the camera. And so it's a whole big deal because he slept with someone else, okay? Obviously, in the TV show, they changed that with Belly and Conrad. I don't know to what lengths they achieved, but whatever.
No, but they still, the moment was had.
And then in the trailer, there's a clip of Belly and Jeremiah in bed, and they're like just on their like just not wearing clothes. Which I'm like, in the books,
That
they
was
do
so.
they stay in the same bed, but they don't do anything. So I'm curious because that's a major pinpoint of why the cheating was harder, you know. So
Mhm.
I'm really curious how that's going to go because it changes a lot of
I
emphasis.
also wonder if he's going to cheat at all in season 3,
I have a feeling he
or if
might.
there's going to be a different driving force that pushes them
Yeah,
apart.
not that I want him to cheat, but I feel like that is such. I what I
I
want
feel
him to
like
do.
it's such a key plot point, but I also feel like since
I
they've already ruined it.
I need him to cheat on her so they can play Lacey by Olivia Rodrigo because he cheats on her with Lacey and it's the perfect song
Oh,
for
it
it. Like
would
I'm just
be.
saying, they have immaculate music budget.
They really
This
do.
is the key moment here. That's the only reason to be rooting for it. And then the mom and dad. Did you see that in the trailer? They were like some little flirty scene of them like at a bar.
Oh, I don't remember saying that.
It was over the clip of like life's too short to
Oh.
spend, and then it went to Taylor and Steve, and I was like, oh,
I do appreciate Laurel, her haircut, the bob,
mm-hmm.
perfection.
Oh yes. Anyway, so there's my thoughts.
I can't do this once a week episodes.
No, and apparently it's gonna be so many, and then we won't know
And
until
we went to October.
October.
And here's my thing.
You're gonna be 23 at that
I
point. Sorry, I don't know why I just
wait. I don't know why that I started this because it came. When did it first come out? 21 or 20?
21.
I started watching this show when I was 19, 18,
18.
and I will be 23 when it finishes. That's disgusting.
Yes, it was 21, wasn't it?
I can look it up, I guess. The summer I turned pretty.
Or was it 22?
22. Okay.
Well, still.
So I was 19 when it came out, and I'll be 23 when it finishes. That's disgusting.
Yeah, same for me. No, I won't be 23.
No. But you will have gone from 19 to 22. Anyways, I don't know if I'm gonna like watch it eat. Okay, I'm gonna try probably to avoid spoilers and just wait so I can binge it,
Oh, interesting.
or at least let the July and August episodes run. I don't know. I like to just sit and watch everything at once. I don't want to have to feel like I'm waiting and then I like have to rewatch, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
I don't either. I don't either.
I don't think I can make it.
Oh,
But
today, well, I mean, by the time this comes out, it won't be June 18th, but more feel it's June 18th. We Were Liars, the TV series, came out, and I read
I'm
those
excited
books.
for it.
I really liked it, and I'm gonna watch it. So I will report back in July.
I say I want to watch her.
I think the TV show will be easier to understand than the books.
I say I watched the trailer and liked it, and so I'm very excited. Also, today, the Dallas Cowboys second season came out. I don't know why I watched that show, but it's good. It's just good mind numbingness. So, anyways, like,
and then we have 2 new casts. Well, Hunger Games. I don't know if we've talked on here since.
I don't have we talked on here since casting has come out.
I don't know.
I actually don't remember.
We have amazing casting. That's all
We just have it's phenomenal casting.
Oscar category for the casting.
I have no notes.
No critic. I have no critique.
My only critique is McKenna Grace is casted in everything. I feel bad for blondes who try to go for roles that she is up in.
Yeah.
Because she's going to get it. That's my critique, is I feel bad for
I loved her.
But she's so good.
She's so good.
You can't be mad about it.
Yeah. What have you been reading?
Oh my gosh.
I'm really so excited for y'all to hear Hannah's.
I'm so glad you asked. So, I'll tell you.
I'm sitting here as a proud mother about what Hannah's about to tell you.
I have gotten out of my reading little slump. I've now surpassed, or not, I'm halfway to my reading goal for the year.
Good. What's your reading goal?
65 books. So I've read 29. Sorry, I had to do math real quick to make sure that would add up. No, that doesn't add up. That's 58. So I'm not halfway to my reading goal yet. But I'm almost there. And like what really pushed me over the edge. Well, hold on. We'll go back. So I read 5 Survive and The Reappearance of Rachel Price, basically back to back. 10 out of 10 would recommend both, but specifically The Reappearance of Rachel Price. Was not expecting that one to twist and turn how it did.
So you liked it, right? Like you liked both.
I liked both, but I was not. The Reappearance of Rachel Price had way more surprises.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil anything because I want people to read it, but I didn't think it was going to go the way it went, and I thought that she was the actual issue.
Yeah.
Also, like, I feel like
Yeah,
that's
it was not the way I thought it was.
no.
Like
I thought she was legit the
Five
problem.
Survive is great because it's happening in real time, but the reappearance of Rachel Price is so good.
And then I did a reread of Vacation Wars and the Unhoneymooners,
I love the Honeymoon.
which I started those, or I read the reappearance of Rachel Price on my way to Canada. Yeah, I went to Canada during this time,
Oh, yeah.
guys. And then Vacation Wars and the Unhoneymooners, because those are like my
The
vacation reads.
Honeymooners art is Christina
Christina
Lauren. Did
Lauren.
you like it?
Oh yeah, this is my second time read. Oh, she was a reread.
Okay, because I was about to be like, we got that last summer together.
No. Oh no, I got her because she's on Kindle Unlimited, and so I got her because I was trying to only take my Kindle on this trip with me, and I wanted to just give it a reread, and
it's so good,
so good. So then, this is why Elizabeth is a proud mom. I started the Chestnut Springs series, and I binge read it. I started Flawless on June 2nd, which was a Monday, and I finished with Hopeless on June 9th, which was the next Monday. Mind you, I read Heartless and Powerless both on Tuesday. I finished both of those on June 3rd.
I mean, those are some of the best ones.
Yeah. 10 out of 10 would recommend for adult readers.
Yes.
And it was phenomenal. So then I read those and I was like, you know what? And then I did pick up Atmosphere while I was in Canada. I need to show you it because I'm so, like, the printing of it.
Yes, because mine's up there.
Yeah. I want to compare, look at our copy. Yeah, my copy does not look like yours. My copy's paperback. Anyways, so I got that while I was there. And so when I got back, I was like, oh, I'll start reading that. And so I read like the first 20 pages and then didn't pick it up. And I was like, I need to read something. And so I went back to Elsie Silver and not picked up because it's all Kindle, read the Gold Rush Ranch series. Off to the Races, Photo Finish, Front Runner, and False Start. I started those on Monday of this week, June 16th. I have finished all 4 of them. I technically finished a False Start at like midnight, like 12:30ish on the today, which is the 18th. So I read 4 books in 3 days, all 4 of those, like just demolished them. And so the next up, I'll probably start them tomorrow. Or I'll wait and I'll read a couple more pages of Atmosphere. Haven't decided yet. Will be the Rose Hill series. And all I can say,
Elizabeth was right.
Elizabeth was right.
Elsie Silver can do no wrong.
She can do no wrong. I'll say Chestnut Springs better than Gold Rush Ranch. False Start, my favorite out of the, like, book-wise, it's my favorite. But my favorite couple and, like, plot line is Photo Finish.
Okay.
Which is Violet's story.
Out of all of Elsie Silver?
Not out of Gold Rush Ranch.
Plot and couple in Chestnut Springs. It's like Ashley, she's a fairy child.
It really is. Okay. My favorite... I'm having to think about this. Okay. I want to make sure I get these names right because I know all the names, but I don't know. Okay. I think... Okay.
To me, there's not a wrong. Like, no, you know what I'm saying?
My favorite plot, honestly, is Hopeless.
Very interesting.
They're my favorite story. My favorite couple is Heartless. Is Cade and Willa and Heartless. Okay. But that's just because I love Cade. But then my favorite how they got together moment, like, is Theo and Winter and Reckless.
Yes. It is that. That is a very wholesome. Well, yeah.
Yeah. I have nothing against Rhett and Summer with Flawless. Nothing against them. Honestly, I think it's a great way to start the series. They just didn't there was nothing about them that just like grabbed and like, there's nothing about Summer that I was like, I saw her character and I relate to her in different ways, but I'm like, there's nothing about you that I'm like, you are a soul character. And then, well, let me rephrase. Powerless, my favorite, tied for my favorite Elsie Silver men is Jasper, Gervais, and Cade Eaton. I can't pick a favorite.
You don't have to.
My favorite cowboy, Cade. My favorite man in the book, or in her universe so far, Jasper. Or just non-cowboy.
He's not a cowboy.
Okay, but career-wise, he's not a cowboy. And so that's how we're going to classify this. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to stop talking now. What have you been reading?
I could just listen to you talk about it. Because,
my God. I could keep talking about them, but I'm not.
So I have been very swamped with work and school because I'm also taking summer classes. But I'm done with work for the summer because, perks of working at school. So
Preach it.
I've read a decent amount. I trying to think the last thing I said. So, oh, I did read One Golden Summer. Love it so much.
Wait, had I read, talked about One Golden Summer?
I don't know.
I feel like I did.
I feel like you
Anyways,
did. I was inspired that I made a summer bucket list.
yeah, you
I
did.
love One Golden Summer so much. And then I read The Missing Half by Ashley Flowers, and that book truly rocked my world like a plot twist, man. Actually insane. Then I read The Summers We Left Behind, which is like a good old summer book I read on my Kindle. Honestly though, the girl piss what happens a lot is that the main female character pisses me off in a
Hmm.
lot of books. And I feel bad. And I'm like, am I like sexist or like what is wrong with me?
No, they're just, I feel like
I love
easier
them.
to agitate you
Yes.
because you're a woman. And so
And
you're
I think
like,
I see
nitpick.
myself I think I see annoying stuff in them that I'm like, yeah.
And then it's like, take the stick out
Mm-hmm.
of your own eye.
Yes. I then read All Your Twisted Secrets, which is a Kindle Unlimited. Like, they all get trapped in this room, and they have to kill someone, or the bomb will go off in the span of an hour, and they're all like teenagers. Very insane.
Hmm.
Actually, okay. Then I read The Perfect Divorce. Okay, which is a Geneva Rose book, and I read the first book, Perfect Marriage. The Perfect Divorce is a signed copy I got from Barnes and Noble, which this whole thing. I was like, I don't need it, I don't need it, and Hannah
Wait,
and Belle were
oh,
like,
you did? I forget.
yes, and they're like, yes, you do need it. It's a signed copy, and it's like a legit signed copy, like not a copy, signed copy,
It's a legit sound copy.
And it was the only one left, and I was like, yeah, you're right. So I got it, and I read that, guys, in one day.
I'm so proud of
I
you.
feel like
As you should.
I thought it was so funny. And then I just read some other books that my grandma gave me by George Eliot. And then I read, okay, this is out of order, but I'm reading two books on my Kindle right now. I'm reading a Frida McFadden one, which is a thriller, which I can go by. I get like I'm almost done with it.
Mm.
And then I'm reading a cowboy romance. It's called Come With Me, and it's like they're like high school sweethearts, and then it gets like goes into the future, and she has a kid, and it's his kid. So that's what it's called. I think it's technically a novella of the series, but it's pretty good. All right. But so anyways, what I read before that, I started Atmosphere. If you know me, I love Taylor Jenkins Reid. I like the concept of Atmosphere, NASA space 80s. I loved it. Um, it's not my preferred love story.
I can agree with that based off so far.
Yeah, but it was the writing in it. I always like the way she writes because it feels like actual historical stuff.
Hmm.
But I read a Riley Sager book, which is a thriller, and it's called Home Before Dark. There's not a whole lot of books that like make me like genuinely scared. I finished this at like 2 in the morning Monday night, and I was like, I have like a door in my room, like a glass door, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I have to turn and face the wall, like I'm so scared, and I
So I
don't.
will not be reading that book because if you're scared,
And books don't scare me. Like I love watching horror movies and stuff.
I would say
Stuff
you're a
does
creepy
not scare
person
me
like
like
that.
that. Like I get scared during it, but then like I don't like be like, oh, something's following me. This book genuinely had me terrified. Like I in the one of the first books that made me feel that way was Verity because it's
Oh, see,
so
Verity didn't have me like that. It just
well. I
had
read
me.
Verity in the span of one night,
Oh,
and I
that'll do
started
it
at
to you.
midnight.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
So I don't know why I did that, but this book was genuinely like I was terrified. Oh, but the new Ashley Podston book came out.
It did. I need to
I need
order
to
it.
order
I need to just go get it, actually. I'm not going to order it. I'm
it.
just going to go buy it from a bookstore.
Um, yeah, and then I'm trying to think of what else is coming out. Fake Skating comes out in September.
Oh, see, I thought it was already out. The way she posted about something made me think it was out and I had missed the
No,
release. I was
it
like,
was out. I have it in my hands right now. Soul Searching by Lila Sage. It's her new series. She wrote The Rebel Blue Branch. That is like ghost cowboys.
oh,
So
right
I'm
up
like,
your alley
I
again.
know. And then Elsie Silver's fourth installment of the Rose Hill books called Wild Cards comes out in September. But that means Hannah can read at the same
I'm so
time.
excited because I feel like the fresh series feeling makes me so excited.
Yes.
I was texting Kat yesterday and I was like, have you read any of her books? And she's like, no, but they're on my list. I was like, move them to the top. Move them to the top,
That's what I'm
woman.
saying. Sing if you're in them. It's
Yeah.
so good. Okay, so what have you been up to this summer?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked. I don't know why I say it like that. So school year finished. Well, school year for me was work year,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. And then Yeah, so
I
my
know any major life things we need to know. Well, I didn't mean. Just talk about the summer. It's a month episode, so you
No.
know.
So I talked about the fact we went to Canada, and so
Mhm.
we were there for 8, 9 days, Wednesday to a Thursday, so 8 days, I guess. No, Fridays when we landed. No, it's not. I don't remember when we landed, Thursday or Friday. Either way, we were gone for like 8 or 9
We landed
days.
on a Thursday because we went out that Wednesday. We went out. That was weird.
We landed on that
We
Thursday.
went out on a Wednesday.
No, and we flew out that Wednesday
Yeah,
night.
so we went on Thursday morning.
No, in Atlanta.
Oh, in Atlanta.
When
Oh,
did we
okay.
get home? I can't remember if it was Thursday or Friday. Either way, we went and we did the national parks for 4 days. And so we saw Banff, Glacier, Jasper, and Yoho. 10 out of 10. Would recommend. Beautiful. And then we went back because we'd flown into Calgary. And so on Monday, after like technically would have been our 4th day of national parks, we did Banff, but then we also were driving back to Calgary since it was on our way because we had stayed in like a town called Golden. And so we drove into Calgary, ironically, which was when I had started reading the Chestnuts Free series. So
Yeah.
I'm immediately reading the first chapter or the second whenever, and they talk about being in Calgary. Like, that's where Summer's dad's office is. And I'm like, wait. And this is the city they're referring to the whole time as Calgary. And I'm like, oh
I
my
love how
gosh, I know this place. And so it was very exciting actually for me. I was like, and I made that, I don't know why I did that. Don't laugh. I made that joke to my parents, though. I was like,
people are gonna be watching this on you, Dylan.
but I made the joke to my parents. I'm like, I'm so glad that for the second summer in a row, we can plan a vacation around the books that I read. Because last summer when we went to Maine, it just worked out. We went to the town that like some of the stuff from Happy Place is based off of. So I was like, perfect. And then now, because we went to Calgary, Chestnut Springs, anyways, and so we were there and I saw an adorable bookshop. Oh my gosh. Books like from floor to ceiling. It was beautiful. There was a bookstore cat. I didn't tell you and Belle that. There was a cat just like curled up in the corner. And I'm like, I don't like it because I'm not a cat person. But it was like cute, wholesome.
Yeah.
It was a vibe. Okay. Had a really good coffee at a coffee shop there. Did an escape room. We escaped. With time to spare
I have an
too.
escape room on bucket list, but I don't want to do it with
Bro, I'll do it with you. I found from last summer when we did an escape room. I don't know if
you.
it's still good,
No.
but those Peachtree City things.
I was gonna say, did we ever do the escape room together? We definitely did.
We have. So you, me, and Belle can go do one this summer.
Yeah.
And no, so I've done that, and then I've just kind of come back and like cleaned. Oh my gosh, I don't think they care about this, but it's more for you. I've gotten rid of so many clothes.
So proud of you.
Like,
You want to do that to my room?
I gladly. The equivalent of, I'm trying to find something, like the box was the length of this, depth to about here, probably slightly shorter, but only by like 2 inches, filled with clothes overflowing.
Yeah.
Got rid of them all, dropped them off before coming here. Did not make that much of a dent in my closet. Well, it did make a dent, but not the dent I wanted it to make. So, and I cleaned off my desk. I don't know why. I feel like these are updates that they need to hear. But and then I've read a lot and applied to a crap ton of jobs, according to my list. Again, I don't know why they need to know these things. 1, 2.
Because these are your people.
I've applied to 9 jobs,
Yeah.
9 positions in the course of a week, and that's what I have tracked. There's probably some I forgot to track. There's for sure some I forgot to track now that I'm thinking about it. Anyways, so that's what I've been up to this summer so far. I think. Is that everything? Oh, and I saw How to Train Your Dragon, which you've also seen.
Yeah.
So update
Great.
yourself.
Great. Great. Scene by scene, word by word.
Oh my gosh. It was, I'm watching it with my dad was also, because he's never seen it at all. And he was like, you've seen this? I'm like, yes. And I'm like, you haven't? And he's like, no, like he didn't know that Hiccup loses his leg at the end or any of this. He was like, because that happened. And like he reveals and gets out of bed and he's like, doesn't have his leg. And my dad just looks at me like he's so confused. And I'm like, just nodding. And then finally at the end, I realized he's never seen it. And he just went with me because, so I wouldn't be going to it by myself. I was like, you a real one. He was like, but that was so good. Like the animation of the dragons, the CG. He was like, that was good. I was like, I know.
So
The
my
music is
dad,
amazing.
he also went to see as a whole family because it was my brother's birthday the same day as Father's Day, and Jackson loves How to Train Your Dragon. and stuff. And so my dad went with us too, and my dad just like laughing all the time. He thought it was so funny that they were riding dragons.
Oh, my dad was just laughing at the jokes or
Yeah,
whatever.
but
And
like it really was like it was
it
so
was
sweet. I love the casting. Like
the
I don't
casting,
have any
no notes.
no complaints. Like
No.
you have Gerard Butler, like perfect, perfect. That's the original person. That's the original. Like it was just
Mhm.
so good. Yeah.
No. Oh yeah, when the score always makes
Mm-hmm.
me like a little emotional.
Oh
But
yeah.
watching it, I was like, I want to be on the back of a dragon. Anyways,
What have I been up to
what
this
have you been up
summer? Yeah,
to?
let me think.
You went to the lake. You already talked. I mean, you talked about that, but
Yeah, that's true. Well, before that, I went to Savannah for a day because I'd never been. Well, we know I live in Georgia, so
I didn't really should have never been to Savannah though.
no, I had never gone. And it was a very spur of the moment. Just decided like 12 o'clock at night, and we were just gonna go. It was for a day trip. It was very fun. I wanted to go to a few like haunted houses, but a lot of them were like the haunted houses tours, and I was like, oh, I don't really want to do that. There's one haunted house called the Davenport House, though. So
No relation, guys.
I was like, ooh, should we go in there? You know, but anyways. Um, I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, we went to the lake for a week. That was very fun. What else? I'm going to Texas next week.
Yeah,
So
you
that's
are.
I mean, I normally go to Texas in the summer because my family.
And we get to do summer camp next
Yes, we have to
week.
start that next week. I thought I'd be like, oh my gosh, we should podcast. No, we don't do that.
What?
We're like, we can podcast after camp. I was like, no, we don't. We don't do it for a week, but we can make content.
Yeah.
Keep you updated. I feel like I've just been. Well, I'm taking classes right now, so I've just tried to be. I've been very relaxed, which is good.
That's good.
And I've just been. I feel like it's just been me and my mom a whole lot because everyone else works, and we just hang out. We do projects
It's fun.
and watch a lot of documentaries.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, it's been great. Um, my friend asked me to be in her wedding,
Whoop, whoop.
and another friend asked me to be in her wedding.
Whoop, whoop.
I'm in 3 weddings coming up.
That's so fun.
Very fun. 2 are a week apart from each other.
You have time to prepare. It's fine.
And well, I have spring break in between them, so like
Yeah.
I'm set. You know,
And
again,
not
I
till
don't know the other
2026.
things that she was saying on here, but also like
What else are we supposed
these
to
are
talk
all
about?
yeah, these are our family, our friends.
Yeah.
That sounds so lame to say.
And Elizabeth gets to be in weddings, and I'm going to baby showers.
Yeah, well, I'm going to 2 this weekend.
Oh, 2 in a weekend. I
Yeah,
say that. I've done 2 in a weekend.
but yeah, I've reached a stage where like I've kind of been going to a lot more baby showers recently.
I don't like this stage. Which I realize I'm going to hit the wedding stage soon, but I don't know which stage I would prefer, honestly, to have gone through first.
Baby showers are a bit more fun because you're no babies. You know, it's just
Oh,
cute.
and my favorite is when the like the other parents there, they bring their kids. I say the other like I'm a parent, but no, like when they bring their little kids, and so then I just get to like love on their little babies, and I'm like, oh, you're curing my baby fever. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Yeah, I haven't been around baby in a hot minute. I want to be around a baby.
I was gonna say, I was like, none of the people I know can just like get.
Yeah.
I can go to their kid, but you can't
Yeah,
go
I
to.
can't go.
Anyways,
Well, I'll be around a baby soon. I got a few friends that are about to pop.
oh, I was like,
Their
you
baby's
say
about to
that
be.
like you about to go snatch a kid.
No,
What you doing, Elizabeth?
I'm no kid. It's
That's
also
good.
been raining an absurd amount.
I don't like this.
I kind of do like it, but I do just
I don't like it because I don't feel like there's like consistency in what I want to do.
agree.
If that makes sense.
That makes sense.
Like me, my brother, and my sister-in-law all have like Six Flags and Whitewater passes, and we'd make plans, and we're like, we'll go do this, and then it's like torrential downpour, and we're like, well, we're not gonna go do
yeah,
this.
or like today you're like, oh well, it says it's gonna rain, so
Rain,
let's
and
just
then it's
stay home and
beautiful all
do-
day.
Yeah, insane.
So
Yeah. Yeah, I need to buy a new bookshelf in case anyone was wondering.
same.
I think I'm gonna bite the bullet and get a rotating one.
Do it.
Where is it gonna be? I don't know. Also,
You
let's
can
see.
put it in your room.
Let's see how many books I bring back from Texas. How many books? Because there's these like used bookstores there.
Oh,
I'm really like, oh, how many books am I gonna bring back?
probably a lot.
Probably a lot. How many am I gonna read there? A lot.
Just don't take any with you. Do like a Kindle.
I normally
travel.
bring 2 like physical copies and then my Kindle. I read a lot on the plane.
Are you going on a plane?
Yeah, because we're only gonna be there for a weekend.
See, that's why I do my Kindle, is because I don't have to deal with extra books in my bags.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. I'm trying. I don't want to bring my computer because I hate getting it out during security.
Okay, when we went, we didn't have to take any of our electronics out
Okay, so that's interesting.
or our liquids. We just had to take our shoes off.
Very interesting, especially because you went international.
We went international, but because of all the weird little changes, they're just like go, go, go.
Yeah. Okay. So this is no relevance, but when I went to Florida like 3 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
the airport in Florida, we went to like a very small one. They didn't make me even take my computer out, which I was like, that's amazing, you know?
Yeah. Oh, it's so nice.
So I'm like, okay. I think that was the last time I was on an airplane too.
And
I like to fly, but I don't like flying alone. Like I'm not function. I can't function.
oh, see, I wish I could fly more solo. Like I say that I've gone on 3 flights in the past 4 years,
Mhm.
or gone 3 places on a plane, and the one time it was me and my mom, and that was okay because we're very similar when we travel. But the time I got to like fly completely solo, which navigating the Atlanta airport by myself was kind of terrifying, but I was like, I would much rather do this. Like
I
everything
think
is
that's
under mine. I don't have to rely on
yeah.
anyone else or wait for
I
anyone
know
else.
I can do it alone, but it still stresses me out. I also like refuse to like check a bag. That terrifies me.
Okay, see, that was so. I honestly love checking a bag. Well, it actually terrified me at first because I was. My sister had me terrified our bag was going to be overweight. We were like 7 pounds under both times.
Oh, wow.
Anyways, and I was like, and over here, I broke my carry on because she was scared we were going to be overweight. So stuff just kept getting it out. Anyways, I'm fine. Um, but like it was so satisfying to go pick it up from the bag, the whole
That
thing,
is
and like go
fun.
and like pick it up and be like, yeah, look at me with my check
When I
bag.
went to Alaska, I guess 3 years ago, everyone was like, everyone checked a bag. I had a carry on, and I was like, I refuse to lose my stuff with a bunch of people I do not know.
Oh, that's fair.
And everyone's impressed by my packing skills, which I can pack very efficiently. I pack to the last minute, but I pack very efficiently, and I'm so proud of myself for it.
I'm
I
proud of you
also
too.
recently bought packing cubes.
Girl, I love
Dude,
packing
they are
cubes.
cute, first of all, but also like I love them so much. Like
They're a game changer.
how convenient. Like I feel like I'll be, and I'm not a very organized person, but on certain things I'm very organized. Like when it comes, I do this questionnaire thing about like what type of person you are first in communication class I'm in today, and I was asking my mom the questions. So like, because I was like, I'm a pretty disorganized person, but when it comes to work, very organized. When it comes to my books, very organized. You know,
Mm-hmm.
packing. I'm organized going there. I'm not organized coming back, but
Who is?
everything still fits in there, so it's
There you
fine.
go.
Nothing matters. I mean, stuff matters, but you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like we've been talking for forever, but we just talked really fast.
Yeah. I feel like we covered a lot of ground in
We
those
did.
short, less than 40 minutes.
Yeah, we're going to see Materialist tonight.
We
That's
are
how you say Materialist,
materialist.
which apparently there's a lot of controversy over.
I'm curious for it. I'm excited at least that I like the cast.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'll have a fine time.
Because of the cast,
I
it's
want
going to
to.
be good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Did you watch the Tonys performance of the Hamilton?
I did.
Did you watch it in like? Did you watch the
No,
Tonys?
I watched it after. I had.
I didn't watch Tonys. I was
What?
like 2 Sundays in.
I had a students event. I was like, where was I when that was happening?
Yeah, I didn't watch it, but I did. I did go back and watch the Hamilton.
It was good.
It was good.
Yeah.
I wanted more Jonathan Groff, but that's just me.
But I also appreciate that he had lots of moments to shine at the Tonys, though, because he had just-in-time performance as well.
And I like that he wore a red coat, though.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony Ramos, they just snuck a little boy on stage.
But also, I'm like, they knew he was going out there, and I don't honestly know the full controversy of him outside of he and Jasmine Cephas Jones. Is that their engagement and all? Like, I know the drama with that, but outside of that, I'm like, why would people be him anti-performing when he was part of the original cast? And that's the whole point of it, is the original cast.
That's what I was wondering. I was like, why is it so much against? Because
what happened? Like, did something else happen that we're not aware of?
Yeah, because like obviously they're engaged, and then someone said he cheated on her, and then they broke up, and then it came out that he didn't cheat on her. Whether that's all true or not, I do not know. But besides the fact, he's part of the original cast, you know? And they posted so many pictures with him and her next to each other, and they're all gorgeous, professional, and they're both actors.
It's literally their job is to get along for the sake of the show.
That's where I was like, okay, now I feel like we're just picking sides, and this is not professional, or he just didn't want to go.
No, But then he ended up being
Yeah,
there, and
yeah.
so and people are like, and then you see him like randomly sneaking around and
But
getting dissed by George Washington. I'm like, no,
but he is one of those main characters though, like um that should have had a solo song. Like you know what I'm saying, like a
yeah,
solo
he
moment.
should have had a spotlight.
He's not. Yeah, he's not an ensemble member. Which I mean,
No.
they. Oh my gosh, they're amazing. But like he should have had spotlight because he's one of those main characters. So I do think that definitely set that. I mean, set a message. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I
And
would
that
say.
just kind of
I,
personally pisses me off because I'm like, what?
it's just not professional, and I would
No.
expect more.
And
That's
again,
all.
it's the original cast of Hamilton.
That guy. I mean, hey, Courtney Cox and David Arquette were married for years, and then they did Scream 5, and they weren't married anymore, but they still were very professional. And their characters are couples on there. They're also professional in real life because they have a kid together. But like,
No, but still,
you can
if
do
you
it.
want to
Like,
work, if you want to do that, you have to be comfortable with whoever you're
yeah.
working
So
with.
I'm
Doesn't matter
wondering
if you're in a relationship or not. You can't hate the.
exactly. I'm
Um,
wondering if it was Anthony or if it was everyone else.
I wonder, honestly, it gets people talking about it. I don't think it was either of them. It was
Yeah,
probably whoever was in charge. They were like,
because
"Oh, we can
obviously
really write this
he
up and
knew
get people
he
to
knew
watch it to
enough
see if
what
he's
to
going to
do.
show up or not."
Yeah. So, anyways, that's just my opinion, my tidbit in that. Um, I feel like there's not a whole lot of movies coming out.
Um,
Wait, no, there is.
we have Superman
We do have
with
Superman.
David Cornsett coming out in July.
4, which looks
Fantastic
so good.
Four, Pedro Pascal. The little clip of Chris Evans when he was like,
With
and
my old body.
he's not there because he's all saving.
Kill me.
It was so good.
Yeah.
Those both are July releases.
Mhm.
I feel like we have one other release coming out, but I can't.
Well, I know The Conjuring Final Rites is coming out.
Mm-hmm.
I did go see Sinners though.
Thoughts?
It was actually really good. So I know there's a lot of controversy about it. I thought it's going to be like a cinematic universe too, which I feel like I have mixed opinions on going ahead
Hmm.
and announcing how many movies you're going to make
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like not everything needs to be a franchise.
Well, also, if you do that, you're setting expectations that every movie has to, like,
Agreed.
at a certain point, you should be comfortable saying, I get people have contracts,
Mm-hmm.
but being like, hey, we're contracting you for 4, but if we only do 3, it's because if the third one was a total flop, we're not going to do 4 that
Yeah.
flop.
So that's where I was like, oh, okay. But it was a good movie, and it wasn't as scary. It's not. It's not like horror. It's just there's some jump scares, but really, it's like a really like makes you think a whole lot.
Mm.
I thought it was good, and it's also like two Michael B. Jordan. So like, I mean, I ain't complaining. But like last summer, I was thinking about it. Last summer, that's when Twisters came out, and we had our whole Twisters fiasco.
God, I
That
miss
was
Twister's summer.
and Beetlejuice too.
Yeah, nothing compares to Twisters. Nothing against Beetlejuice too,
Oh
but
no, but
I saw something and it was like nothing will compare to like summer 2023 when we had the Barbie movie,
Oppenheimer.
Barbenheimer, Taylor Swift Eras Tour, Summer I Turned Pretty, all these different things. I was like, that really was like me just
Yeah.
thinking back to 2023. It's giving 2016 summer.
Yes, I understand. Yes, I know.
Not that 2024 summer was bad. Not that 2025 has been bad.
No, but it
But
was just it was a
like,
very iconic era.
it was so good.
Yeah. Very
Anyways,
interesting.
I have no more thoughts,
Oh,
comments,
but
or things.
we have a
So
Lauren Roberts novella, Fearful,
we
but
do
we
have
don't know what
Fearful.
it's about.
We know it's about Kit.
Yes, we do know that. I don't really want to talk about it anymore now that I brought it up.
Yeah. Okay, my speculation though is that it's gonna be everything that happened while Kai was out trying to find Peyton.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna assume too.
And so we're gonna see him getting the plague and all of that transition of madness.
Yeah,
That's what I feel like is gonna happen. I don't want that to be what happens,
I don't either.
but that's the only thing that makes sense because that's the only lapse in his side of the story that we
Yes.
really don't get to see.
Yeah, that's true.
Or maybe we'll just get the trials, like the original trials, from his perspective. And I won't be mad about that one
Yeah.
because, yeah, he was lovable. I mean, he's always lovable, but he was just a sweet little kid then.
It was. Precious little angel.
Or maybe we'll get an answer to who he sees at the end
Okay.
and we'll get the afterlife side of him. I won't be mad about that either. Okay, I
I don't
never
know
mind.
why.
I'm stuck between, okay, yeah, it's either going to be what happens when he sends Kai after Pei, or what happens at like in the
After.
afterlife, like what that little
Yeah.
thing looks like.
Also, I just want to say this. I'm like, we need Percy Jackson back again. Like, I know it comes back this December, but it's been way too long.
I know they should not take this long
Also, with
between.
Wednesday. Like, I love Wednesday.
Wednesday, isn't it back this fall?
Yes, it is. It's been, Wednesday has been
Wednesday's
like
been
3
so
years.
long.
Percy Jackson has been 2 years. I'm just kind of like, come on now.
Production just takes so long. It also doesn't help that they had the strike last year.
No, it doesn't. And also, like, Wednesday, a lot of their casting got a little bit interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm like, come on now.
I don't know. I wish when shows could crank out a season every year.
Well, the rest of the seasons had like 18 episodes.
Well, yeah. I would take 18 30-minute episodes over 8 1-hour episodes.
I agree.
I would take 18 1-hour episodes.
Oh yeah, I have no complaints on that. I feel like that's all.
Yeah.
I feel like this was an OG episode.
It really was. But I feel like we also covered a lot of ground.
It is, and we'll see you back in July. And
We will.
who knows, July might be interesting.
July will be.
July we tend to just be interesting.
I was like, what are you doing? Anyways, till July.
You're my
See ya then.
friend. Yeah. Lifelong. Thank you for being my friend. Red Solo Cup. I fill you up. Let's have a